Hey there, friends. We're back out at the range today, and by range, I mean my driveway. 2 days ago, I uploaded a video where we were shooting at 700 yards. You go check that one out. Today, we are ranged at 1390. Had to use Google Earth to range that because my Vortex 1500 doesn't range out that far. So, we're just over 3 parcels, so that'd be 120 acres, and each parcel is a quarter-mile square. So a quarter mile, or 3/4 of a mile, I should say, is 1,320, and we were about 60 yards past that. So my estimation from Google Earth of 1390 I thought was pretty accurate. I'll roll in the shooter app so you could see what we're doing. We're shooting with the 110 Savage Elite Precision. For those of you that don't know, the 110 Elite Precision is just a Savage 110 action, blueprinted action, in an MDT chassis. We're using the Vortex Venom 5-25, and just factory ammo, off-the-shelf 225 ELDMs, and I was really happy with the performance we got today. I'm not going to spoil it and let you know, but the shooter app called for 10.9 of elevation, which was incorrect. And I'm not sure if that was a range miscalculation. Again, I couldn't get exact. I don't think it was. So I must have miscalculated the wind or put it in as too much of a headwind. We've got kind of a, I don't know if 5/8 value is the correct term, but we've got an almost total headwind. So that just might have been my fault. The wind calls on the shooter app I have noticed that are just not very accurate, but you'll see. I'll go ahead and let you listen to the audio. Hi. Okay. At a mill high. I'm gonna hold for wind a little bit. Gonna hold. Four-tenths. Holy wow. I am amazed. 4/10 it is. I did not even think I was going to be anywhere in the same solar system as that. 1,390 yards. Wow! All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Holy shit, it's a long way. All right, we're done. So I'm real happy with the performance we were able to have today. I thought on that second shot, I thought it was a fluke. I thought there's no way we're going to be able to hit it again, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to call it a day, second shot. But I figured, you know, what the hell, let's see if we can't make it 2 for 3, and held the exact same as the first shot. We made that 1 mil adjustment for elevation, and I just really pulled that 4/10 out of my rear, and so the final hold was 10 mils on the nose with 4/10 of windage, holding on the right side of the target. So we're driving now to the target. It's on the top of that little, well, not the top, it's about 3/4 of the way up that little tit there on the left hand side. I'm going to cover the camera here just so you don't see address markers. Everything to the left is me, but everything to the right is my neighbor, and just in terms of privacy and anonymity, I want to cover that up. One of my particular neighbors, he knows who he is, just really swears by the Barnes. I've seen him use both the Vortex and the TTSX. I'm not really sure of the difference. I think we looked into it. He hunts in 300 Win Mag, and the performance of that bullet on game is extremely high quality. It performs extremely well. I've never really seen it not sit an animal down, and neither has he. He continues to use those pretty much every hunting season. A shout out to him. He actually is the one that took me hunting for the first time, and we go hunting together every year now. This is going to be my 3rd year of hunting, and I'm super excited. But last year, using the 212 ELDXs, I shot 3 pronghorn, 2 does, and a buck, and it was a little too much rifle, if there ever is such a thing. We got between 250 and 300 yards on all 3 shots. I'll roll in a picture here of the antelope, the buck antelope. But most of that meat went to the tongues. The front 2 quarters, were just toast. It just detonated the front 2 quarters. So I'm hopefully going to be a little farther back, or if the shots are going to be closer, I'm probably going to use that particular neighbor's 6.5 Creedmoor. It's just so much gentler. But for the elk, I am going to use the 300 PRC, and I am going to use the 190 grain Hornady Outfitters, because I think Hornady, with their bullet lineup here, especially for this caliber, Hornady created this caliber from scratch. I want to say it's a 375 H&H or a 375 something neck down to a 30 caliber, and so they created this round. And the ammo that they put up the line, they got the 225 ELDMs, which is what we use today. Super accurate. For a factory ammo to be able to get that sort of accuracy, I don't know what the spread was, or the standard deviation. We didn't have the chrono out, but the 212s absolutely wrecked those antelope, just detonated it. And I expect really nothing less than the 190s. So we're going to try those outfitters this year. Hopefully I could bring the scope cam along and show you guys. Obviously, if the animal presents itself, I'm going to take the shot. I'm not going to dick around with the camera, but this video here just shows how incredibly capable that platform is. Not only the rifle, but the caliber. It was just good shots, and I'm not, I don't do this every day. I'm not a sniper, but even for just sort of a dude like me to be able to connect at 1,400 yards with totally off the shelf everything, off the shelf scope, off the shelf scope mount, off the shelf ammo, off the shelf eBay muzzle brake, off the shelf rifle. That's pretty good. So we're coming up to the target here. We'll let you see what it looks like. And you can see on this target, we hit it with some authority. The shooter app right now is calling at 1,300 yards. We're at 1,250 foot-pounds. And sort of the thing that I go by, right or wrong, is 1,000 for antelope, 1,200 for deer, 1,400 for elk, 1,600 for moose, and everything else. And we're meeting those criteria. Oh my goodness. For moose. We're still at 1,650 at 1,000 yards. I would never take that shot hunting, but it's nice to see that we can really connect. And you can see we hit it twice, and there's a grasshopper friend there. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this, or if you're interested, I recommend watching Mountains, Mullets, and Merica channel. He is way better into the science, and he reloads, he's like leaps and bounds ahead of me, so I want to give him a shout out because he sort of motivated me to do this. But we'll catch you in the next one there, friends. Take care. So for those of you more detail-orientated individuals out there may have noticed on the first shooter app, we were using the wrong bullet. I had put in the 212s. Here's the correct graph for 225, and you can see that that call of 10.10 mils on the dot was almost exactly right because the shooter app's calling for 9.9. Windage was still a little bit off. I held 4/10 instead of the 2 that it's calling for, but that totally could have been me. So go ahead and take everything I said about the foot-pounds there as we were coming up to the target and reinsert that with what you're seeing here. So we're still way north of 1400 at this distance. So you can see how effective that this cartridge in this particular bullet holds its energy long range. We're not even close to transonic. We'd probably be hitting transonic somewhere around the mile mark. Again, at these atmospheric conditions. Again, apologies. That was, usually when anything goes wrong, it's where the 200-pound gorilla meets the tool. And this time it was where the 200-pound gorilla met the shooter app. So that was on me. Shooter app was correct. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below, and we'll catch you next time.